Chicago. There's an actual term for what David Bote did Sunday night, the ultimate grand slam. It's a walk-off bases full jack that erases a 3-run deficit. It should really come with a side of pancakes. Chicago Cubs pinch hitter David Bote celebrates after hitting a grand slam to win the game in the bottom of the 9th inning against the Washington Nationals on Sunday. Nuccio Nuzzo, TNS. Bote became the 29th player in MLB history to hit one, joining the likes of Jason Giambi, Alan Trammell, Buddy Bell, Roberto Clemente, Bobby Thompson and Babe Ruth. Wait, there's more. This was just the 7th ultimate grand slam from a pinch hitter. And adding to the drama, it was the first to erase a 3-0 deficit since Sammy Bird of the Reds in 1936. And Birds came with nobody out, according to NBC Sports Chicago researcher Christopher Kamka. Article continued below. There were 2 outs when Bote stepped to the plate. And 2 strikes. And this was at Wrigley Field. On ESPN. Against a Nationals team the Cubs wiped out in last year's postseason, magical, Bote called it. It was his first ever walk-off and just his 3rd grand slam. The first came in high school at Faith Christian, in Colorado. The second, he said, was at Class A Daytona during his 6-year journey to the big leagues. Bote saluted superfan Bill Murray on the field after the game Sunday. Cinderella story, out of nowhere. Bote had more promise than Caddyshack groundskeeper Carl Spackler, but the former 18th-round draft pick never was ranked among the organization's top 10 prospects. He's the kind of guy, I'm telling you because I was a scout, who gets overlooked based on his draft status, manager Joe Maddon said. He is not talked about much until he really does something spectacular. He's one of those guys who had to show it for people to believe it. He has worked his way into this situation. Give him credit. His work ethic is spectacular. His skill level is high. And it will keep getting better before it gets worse. Article continued. Bellabot said he flourished in part because of Maddon's philosophy. Typical baseball wisdom says that as a minor leaguer in spring training, you should keep your ears open and your mouth shut. The whole adage of speak when spoken to, Bote said Sunday night. That's not it here. One time a couple of months ago, Kyle Schwarber said, "What, you're not going to say hi? Yeah, we're buddies. Say, what's up, it's little things. Guys pat you on your back when you have a tough at-bat." From the staff down, Joe creates an environment of no ego and everyone buys into it. Bote said he has fine-tuned his pinch-hitting approach with Tommy La Stella, who came through Sunday with his MLB-high 17th pinch hit this season. You have to have your approach, Bote said, and be disciplined in what you want to do. And then be even more concise because you have no feel for the game because you're not in it. Tommy is the best in the game at it. He is so in control of his emotions of what he wants to do. You'll see him take pitches and think, why didn't he swing at that? Because he has his approach and he's sticking to it. I'm learning from him to be convicted. Convicted in your approach, Maddon said. Bote has a humble confidence that will not change after what transpired Sunday night. Sure, but it may be a challenge for Bote to keep a level head after his star turn on national TV. The Cubs' social media team didn't hold back on the hyperbole, posting a picture of Bote and Murray with the caption, "Legends." Bote said that a Cubs coach approached him after the game with this advice: stay underwater, don't come up to the surface until the season's over. Bote said, "It's a big game, sure, but it's one game. Don't let what's happening outside affect what you're trying to do. Keep grinding."